Once again, welcome back to D-Bomb's Garage. I'm Dennis Baum. Couldn't sleep. Woke up early, got my coffee. Come out in the shop. I got a few things I got going on right now. I'll pull back over to the Mustang. I got into checking that more yesterday because of the constant injector pulse and continuous fuel pump running issue. Battery was dead. I couldn't check that out, so I figured I'd disconnect the camshaft or crankshaft sensor plug and do the test on that. When I did pull it apart, found a mouse got in there, chewed some of the wires up. So that's going to be my next thing to do on this. Sad thing on that, they've run the frill-in wire back behind the timing cover front. You take the harmonic balancer off, water pump pulley off. I'll take that off. Of course, take the belts off. Take the front cover off. Set the timing in its correct location, and then take the timing belt off, and then take the rear cover off to get to the crankshaft sensor wire to route it correctly. Ingenious routing of that. So I do have a crankshaft positioning sensor coming. It should be here today. The other thing that was dropped off to me is a 2012 Chrysler Town&Country. Has a antifreeze leak. I checked it out last night real quick and found customer thought the heater core was bad. It ends up being the bypass lines are all kind of leaking-ish. So I picked those up yesterday. Came in a kit. I replaced both sets of them. Get that done, get it topped back off, and hopefully have this done. And the one GMC top kick with the trailer wiring issue, I got that all done. That's gone. And he brought back a Dodge with a different trailer and having trailer light issues on it. And he's getting ready to take a trip to Pennsylvania with it. So I got to get that up and done hopefully today also. There's three different projects that are going. I'd like to get done today if possible. Definitely want to get the Mustang going so they can get it up for sale. Again, it's just a little 4-cylinder, but it would be a good beater with a heater for somebody. That shouldn't take too long. The heater hoses shouldn't take that long. I just got to get a catch can down there so I can get catch the antifreeze that does leak out of it. Not bad looking little van. After After this is done, he's also got a '08 Dodge 4-wheel drive. He had diagnosed as a bad transfer case in it, and they're supposed to, as soon as this one's done, the Town&Country is done, they're supposed to bring me the Dodge truck. It's an '08. He's already picked up a TK, so I'll just have to change it, which shouldn't be that hard, shouldn't take that long. Town&Country shouldn't take that long. Mustang, when the part gets here, shouldn't take that long. I was gonna pick the part up at any of the local parts stores, but they are very, very proud of that part. $103, which is crazy. I ordered it off Amazonian, and I got it for 20 bucks, and it'll be here today. Ordered it yesterday, so it'll be here today. The Caravan, I didn't have the luxury of waiting. He needs it back as quickly as possible. The heater bypass hoses, or heater hoses, Dorman product, got it from AutoZone, and it was 140 bucks. Again, I think it's kind of outlandish on the prices, but he wants it back quickly. So if you want it back quickly, you end up paying. So more than likely, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick you over to time lapse and try to get this minivan done. Again, it's not that hard to get to all the lines, so that's a good thing. So let me kick you over to time lapse and get rolling. are already getting hot for the heater. Gotta let it run for a while and get that circulating. And I take it over to the hose and wash it off, get all the antifreeze that was on it, or is on it, off before I put the cover back on. And I just gotta let it run for a while to get the antifreeze circulated and make sure there's no other leaks. Take it for a test rip, bring it back in, recheck for any leaks, and then I think I got that one done. I think. He stated that at one time some mist came out of the vents, which could be part of the AC. I've seen that before, and there's no issues with them. I got cuts all over the place. So we'll see what happens with this in a little bit after I take it for a test rip. It should hopefully have no issues with it. And if this one ends up being alright, I'm probably gonna have to get on that truck and trailer for the lights. That one is that's light outside. This one here, I think this is the first time this trailer has been hooked to this truck. Got a junction block here. And then there's another junction block back here. We can turn the left turn signal on. Both rear taillights are flashing. I turned on the right side does flash. I think there's an issue with this one light, because it doesn't light up at all. His right tail light on the truck is out. I think this brake is sticking. So I might have a bulb for that, which it's not hard to take out, change. Got the bucket off his backhoe. That's another one I gotta slide into the shop and change the manual throttle on it and see if the parking brake can be adjusted out. If not, it'll need a new cable. So with that, I'm going to move the case out the way, go find my wallet. So I have my driver's license on me, and I'll take this thing for a drive. I've got the heat on. let me go get my wallet. I'm gonna take this thing for a test drive here and see what happens. Well, I got the Caravan done, took it for a test drive, and seems like everything's okay, so I'll call the customer a little bit later, tell them it's ready. There was the hoses that I replaced on it. Now I've got the truck and trailer halfway in the shop. When you turn on the left turn signal, it's like putting the hazards on. The two on that side, two lights flash, and the bottom flashes. This one does not. That's when you turn it on to the left. When you turn it to the right, it's working correctly. I checked up at the main junction, and it only has one flashing. So I'm thinking I gotta get this other junction block open and check it. I'll slide underneath with the creeper and see if they did any strange wiring underneath there. I don't know why they have so many blocks coming out of that damn thing. They could have done a little bit better, a little different. At least I would have. I forgot to check the marker lamps and the trailer plate light. So I guess I'm gonna try to figure this one out. Oh, we'll see what happens here. I'm still waiting on the crankshaft sensor for the Mustang, so I'll leave it at that for right now, and I'll be back in a minute. Oh, I got all the trailer lights working, except for one needs a new bulb, and it's in the center. I'm not going to worry about that. We got the markers are all working. The license plate light working, markers. These are all the running lights. I have this one I'm not going to worry about right now. But all of them are working. You got hazards on the truck. I get the hazards on the back. Got brake lights and turn signals. Now he's ready for, well, I'm gonna spin the truck around and slide up underneath the front and check the grease. He does have one trailer's been sitting for a while, from what I was told. We got one brake drum on the trailer hanging. The brake shoes are hanging, so I think it's gonna, after he runs it a while, will be all right. So I'm gonna turn it around and bring it in and grease the front, and then I'll be done with that. I'm still waiting on the cam sensor or crank sensor for the Mustang. Hopefully it shows up pretty soon. But I'm gonna flip the truck around and do check the front, grease it, Be back in a little bit. I got the Dodge done. Checked the front and rear differentials on them. They were both low. Top those off, grease the upper ball joints, no grease zerks at the lower. 2 tie rod ends, add grease zerks, those are greased. Drive shaft, I'd have to pull it out to get to it. My grease, it's too tight of a spot for my grease gun, so they all felt nice and tight anyway. So that one's done. The Caravan is done. I have not had breakfast yet, so I think I'm going to go get some breakfast. This one, waiting on the part. Get done, get something to eat, get this hunger growling done with. Then I come out here and strip the front of this down, so that'll be ready for when the crankshaft, I didn't say camshaft, a crankshaft sensor shows up. I can put that back together. So for now, I'm gonna go in the house, get something to eat, get some fresh coffee, and I'll be back after a little bit. Once again, welcome back to D-Bomb's Garage. It's been a few days. Heat's been taking a toll on me, but I guess I gotta get something done. The Mustang, the crankshaft positioning sensor came in. I've already got that replaced, put back together. Got to get a hot battery, which I just went to the salvage yard and got a reconditioned battery to put in it. It's a group 58 that I'll put in it. Doing the crankshaft positioning sensor wasn't that hard. It was just a matter of marking the timing belt and the gears where they were at. You know, something like that, you really don't have to get it exact. It was fairly simple. What I did was I just took a marker, marked the gear, marked the belt, made sure I didn't disturb anything, and then when I put it back together, I just lined all the marks back up, put it all back together. Got it plugged back in, and I'll put a battery in it, and I guess we're gonna see if it's gonna fire up. I hope. Maybe. Then I'll finish putting it all back together if it fires up. Let me get this junk battery out of here. Oh, that goes over here. Comes over battery cart. I'll double check it and make sure it's definitely bad, but see if I can't get a charge on it. The replacement battery, as I said, I went to the salvage yard and got a recon. So we have this freaking wrapper. I'll get the set in here. There we go. Get those off there without too much hassle, because I'll use those on another battery. Like that one. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Ooh. It is a hot battery. Oh, let's see what happens when I hit the key. Well, don't hear the injectors clicking like I used to, and the fuel pump is not running continuously. So the issue was definitely the crankshaft positioning sensor. I'll show you the old one here. Mouse got up there, squirrel, whatever, ate the end of that off, which is actually runs through the harness, and it ate the power harness right there. You can see that. I was going to try to just do a repair right there, but unfortunately that wasn't going to work. So if she runs, then I can put the rest of it back together. Let me hit the key. Well, it does run ish. Let's see what happens. Running a little bit odd, but it still runs. They just want to get it up, get it going so they can sell it. So it is running. It probably needs a good tune-up, but again, they just want to get it up and moving. So now I guess the next thing to do is finish putting the front together, get the fan back in there, and get the belts back on, get the front all buttoned back up, get it back on the ground, and see if it moves. It might take a little time for it to clear out because the vehicle has been sitting for a while. But that's that one for right now. The other one I got in is a 08 Dodge 1500 for transfer case. Gentleman already picked up the transfer case. I'm waiting for my truck extensions to come in. They should be here on the 5th. The other thing that I got going is, I think as soon as the Mustang is out of here, probably gonna hook up to fire the CAT up. Hook the bucket back up and replace the cutting edge. I still have to get it inside to do the throttle cable and adjust the e-brake cable or replace it, one of the two. So as of right now, that is it. I don't need to bore you with putting on the belts and the pulleys and all the whatnot and putting it back together. So with that, I'll be back a little bit later. Well, Mustang does run and move and stop. It does have a major rear main seal leak in it. I drove it around the yard. As it is running, it seems like it's getting better. It probably just needs good fuel system cleaning and good tune-up. It's an 8-plug motor, so that's going to be kind of expensive. Again, customer just wanted it up and moving and stopping so they can sell it. It does that, so that's done. Now I got the CAT bucket inside the empty bay to get this cutting edge removed and changed. Right now I'm kind of hungry. I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll finish this video out so I can get it edited and downloaded. I think what I'll do is the next one that comes out will be changing the cutting edge, which is simple. Undoing bolts, get the new cutting edges up in place and tightening them all down. And Monday, hopefully my adapters for my lift come in, so I can get this truck up in the air and get the transfer case changed in it. That shouldn't take very long. And let's see what else. Then I can get the backhoe backed into that spot, so I can do the throttle cable, the manual throttle cable, and adjust the e-brake or replace the cable for the e-brake. So with that, I'm Nuts Bomb, D-Bomb's Garage. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. It's all appreciated. So with that, I'm out. Later all.